Okay. So this is Graveyard Keeper starting up. I played this many times, but the second one's coming out real soon, and so I thought that it would be great to look back at the first one. I think that it's going to be a great fun time. We're going to skip through this because it's just the beginning. So in the beginning, you need to find Gary. Gary is your skull companion. You can put logs here. You can put stones there. There's wood, sticks in my yard, but we'll deal with those later. So we start by digging this up. Gary parts out. He's a skull. Anyway, he tells us that we're the new Graveyard Keeper and we got things to do. Now, if you've ever played a game like Stardew Valley, this is very similar, I would say, to that. There's a lot of differences, obviously, but it has an interesting story to it. So, okay, here we go. We gotta go talk to the donkey. Yes, we can talk to donkeys. The whole reason why will become apparent as things go along here. But here we go. We get to talk to the communist donkey. He's actually pretty fun. He only gets 5 carrots a day. It's a very lonely existence for him. So there you go. Just drops it off. We gotta pick up the new body. As you notice, there's a percentage above the bodies. That's how fresh they are. The more that percentage goes down, the less fresh it will be. So we need to get this done as soon as we can. Which is always kind of a pain because you'll be doing stuff and all of a sudden you'll hear the bell in the background that's basically telling you, hey, time to get to work. Okay, so he wants us to get this. And if you notice there were a bunch of like question marks there, that's other stuff we'll be able to pull out. We just can't yet. And the reason why is because we don't have what we need. So see, there's all these question marks. You'll have blood, you'll have fat, you'll have skin, skull, bones, intestines, heart, and brain. That's what it is. So those are all the different things that'll show up there. And we'll get a lot of good stuff that'll eventually show us what we can do with that. But for now, we don't got a lot, so we just do what we can. Talk to Gary. It's not there yet. It's going to give us a shovel. You just select a grave site, drop a body, dig, pop it on in. There we go. And after this, you'll get a burial certificate. Those are sellable, and your number one source of funds right now. We'll definitely get better funds later, but that's the best thing for now, unfortunately. This is the bishop. He's a major character. There's 6 major characters in this game. He's just one of them. So we're going to grab these repair items. We're going to grab all these tools that we're going to need to build stuff, and we're going to repair a few things. Gotta talk to the bishop first. Okay. We've been expecting him for 30 years. So the Graveyard Keeper just seems to appear basically out of nowhere. No one knows exactly where he comes from or anything like that. He's always a bit of an odd existence in these people's lives, but they all accept him, and you kind of understand why as the game goes along. But this guy doesn't really know too much, but some people in the town actually know a lot more about the Graveyard Keepers. And we're in a long line of them, but the last Graveyard Keeper died under mysterious circumstances, and there hasn't been one for like 30 years. So that last Graveyard Keeper is probably supposed to work for an extra 30 years, but he just up and died, which you'll find out is unusual. Okay, here we go. So you can ask him, this is really pointless, ask him how to fix it. He just says, hey, make it nice. He'll tell you where to sell the certificate. He'll tell you about the town. He's really not got a lot of information on right now. But we need to fix the graveyard. That's the next thing. Now, after we're done fixing the graveyard, oh yeah, here's different things. If you notice, you require a certain amount of, I guess you could call these experience points. You got red, green, and blue experience points, which is kind of a unique way of dealing with these. But you can see there's all different sorts of things, except for cooking, of course. But you got building, you got smithing, and if you notice, there's not a lot of like anything in here, and there's big reasons for that. That's because we haven't unlocked a lot of stuff yet. But right now we have basic stuff, and if you notice, we got blood, fat, just like the stuff that I talked about before. It's all in here, so that's where that's coming from. So we're gonna work on our graveyard a bit, try to fix it up. Right now it's just kind of a bit of a crummy place. We'll make it really nice in the end. So there we go. Got a couple more things. Now if you notice, the graveyard itself is kind of fallen into disrepair. I'm not sure where all the other bodies have gone, because I would imagine after there being a ton of graveyard keepers that this graveyard would be filled to the brim, but it really isn't, which is unusual and unique. So that's, I don't know what happens to the bodies. They're just gone. That's just the fact we're going to have to accept it. So we're going to fix a couple things. I should, no, this is fine. And let's see, we can fix some wood stuff. You don't really want to fix these, those are crummy. Let's fix the crosses. And fix 2 of them. And so now, instead of having a negative 13 quality, I now have a negative 11, which is not great, but it's better than what we had. So let's go ahead, and it's at this point guiding us to the town. And we're going to buy quite a few interesting things in the town. Grab this one, thinking about it. Basically, and just so you know, you can't, even if you can't carry too many things, but one thing at a time, you can always push things with your legs. I don't know how he does it, but it's pretty impressive. So, there we go. We can go here, we can look and see this land. We need to go talk to Hordrick, which is the owner of the dead horse. What's the pinpoints here? I forget how. Okay, so we just got to go down. Now, as we go this direction, I'll kind of explain. This place is where the Inquisition people show up. Normally on like this day up here, this one. I guess it's what, Mail Day is when that happens. If you go north from here, you find the mill. South is where you find the farmer, which is, we'll need to buy a lot of seeds from the farmer in the long run. He's going to be a big money drain, so we can unlock actual good seeds, which will help us gain profit in the eventuality. But right now, we just got to go in here. Now, this is Wagner. He's going to be important for later. This is Jane, Hordrick's wife. She'll sell you a few things when she comes. She's important in quite a few different quests. But she's got a sister in town. Technically, she has 2 sisters, but that's a story for another time. So this is Hordrick. He's the main person. He'll know exactly who we are. He knows that we're the graveyard keeper immediately. Asking us when we're going to open the church. So if we can get the church fixed up before next, I guess, I don't know, I guess I would just call it Sunday. Whenever I think of church, I always think of Sunday. Next day, I mean, it has a little sun on the picture too. I think that's probably another reason why. But he'll give us, we'll be making a lot more money in this town. So ask about the garden. He'll say, hey, we can talk to the merchant about it. But technically, we can start using it now. And and he'll talk about the merchant. Let's see. Does the calendar pop over here? Oh, there it is. See, he comes on this little day. I guess it's the I don't know what to call it. That day. You can get a town pass. You don't really want to, because you can't even go to the town. And I'll explain why about that later. But anyway, so let's say we want to trade some fresh meat. It's delicacy, and we just got the meat. But there's been inappropriate meat, so it has to be approved, which makes sense. Probably one of the previous graveyard keepers was doing exactly what Gary wants us to do, which is sell meat from corpses, which we can do, but it's kind of gross. I normally don't do it myself, mainly because it's not really worth the money or anything. It's just what it is. And plus, by the time you get the stamp, you're making money in so many other ways that it's completely unnecessary at that point. And plus, it takes paper, and paper is just a pain to make. Until later in games, I mean, you can get stuff to make that later. Anyway, let's go ahead and let's. Whoops. Okay, must we go talk to him. We're gonna sell him this, and we need to get that teleport zone as soon as possible. It'll be vitally important for us to be able to do a lot of things and to not let bodies rot too much. So. Here we go. This is the blacksmith. He is going to help us out a little bit, of course. He's going to give us our first sword. He's going to ask us to fix it. And he's going to give us a lot of needs. So he's going to give us rusty sword and wants us to make it good. He also gives us some really nice energy potions. We can ask him where to find stuff, and if you notice, that was unlocked. As we continue to improve our relationships with people, a lot of things will become unlocked. Okay, so there it goes. Let's go ahead and drink one of these. We'll need both of them. Sword uses energy, which is kind of not the funnest, but there we go. We got our green jellies. Give them to him. Okay, there we go. I know I upgrade my tools pretty quickly, which means they don't need to be fixed often, so I hardly ever have to buy new whetstones. But you can, that's not a huge deal. Let's go ahead and head on back home. Later there'll be a shortcut right here, but it's closed right now, so we can't go that direction. There goes Bishop. He's heading on back to the town. So today is the day Miss Charm comes. She's back in the Dead Horse Inn. She has a big storyline that will be coming up, and we'll kind of go through those as the day progresses. But for right now, we're just gonna get our work done. At the village, it feels weird. Everyone's okay with him appearing out of nowhere. So when the graveyard shows up, he just basically shows up. Okay, so now I can start doing stuff, cook stuff. I can start collecting plants. So he wants us to get him a beer. What do we get? I think if you open up the church, I think they'll just automatically give you one, so I'm not too put out about it right now. Open up this, get this. Right now is kind of not my favorite time of the game, mainly because right now we don't have a lot of things going for us. We hardly have any experience. Our tools are crap. Nothing's going good for us right now. We don't even own the church. Anyway, there we go. Let's go and open up this. We got the permission, so we can just name the property. And we're going to build a set of empty garden beds up top here. And that'll make sense later when we are working on other things. I'm gonna need to build these up. And really, when it comes right down to it, these will remain in place. Probably till the end of the game. I don't see myself ever taking those out. So there we go. We can go down here. We can see Snake. He shows up on the green day. I don't know what that day is called, but he'll show up every that day, and he will. It's kind of a bit of a shady character. Interesting story. He was orphaned as a child. Well, seemingly orphaned. Raised in an orphanage, I guess you could say. So he's a bit of an odd person. So when we need to recover energy, we just sleep in bed. Time passes quickly during this, so you need to be paying attention. If at any time you're here and you hear the little bell ring, you gotta go. Okay, so this is York. He is an interesting person. He wants us to go dig up a grave and throw someone in the river because he doesn't like that. Doesn't really matter who you dig up, you just need to dig up one person. You can get more of these exhumation permissions, but every single time you get these, they cost money. So we'll be using a lot of them towards the end of the game if we want to make our graveyard be perfect. Because if our graveyard's perfect, then you need to do a lot of work. You can't leave anyone on the ground with red skulls, which I'll explain more about. If you notice, you have red skulls, you got white skulls. You want to have like a full white skull count. Right now we just are seeing like so many reds. So let's look and see who's the worst person in here. This guy's pretty bad. He's got a 3-1. That's the one we just buried was pretty bad too. Let's pull out 3-1 guy. This is interesting. Hey, we don't have anything on the grave. We just buried this guy. Let's pull him up. We already know his body's kind of crummy and rotten anyway. So we're just gonna go throw him straight in the river. This is the one and only time I'm gonna be doing this. Bodies are very useful resources, so just throwing them in the water like that is completely irresponsible. So he's saying don't do that. That's how you burn it. And I'll tell you, you just need to put a bunch of wood in place. This river goes to the town, and they always talk about like the town being a place where a bunch of things happen, so you never get to go there. I think the next Graveyard Keeper is going to be about the town, just from what I've seen. It looks like you're spending time at the town, and that kind of leads on to why you can't go to the town. And that's because there's actually not one Graveyard Keeper, there's two, and they can't cross paths. I won't tell you the identity of the other Graveyard Keeper, but he exists, so. I'm going to clear this out a little bit. I don't really need the stone much. Let's see, we can build nothing right now. I need a furnace, so I need stone. Let's see. Build. There we go. Okay, let's get sawing. That's going to be important so I can start getting this flitch. I think that's how you say it. And so now I can build that. What does it take to build? There it is. Just a bunch of sticks. I'll normally just start filling out from left to right. It's kind of a messy build, but hey, it is what it is. So now we can start using the wood that we collected earlier. If you notice, we just got some. Let's see. I kind of want to get these. they are important and they are very helpful before new bodies start to arrive. So keep those in mind. I also really want that because if I get that, I can start getting blue experience, which is really hard to get at the beginning. So we got to kind of save up for that. This is important for later. It's really hard to figure out what you want first. Permanent foraging might be nice. Let's just start getting points by digging up little bushes, I guess. Some trees you can't, yeah, I can't cut those down yet. Now, if you notice up there, you are probably seeing some plants for a garden. Yeah, those do exist, and that's for later. Okay. We didn't go in to see Miss Charm today, mainly because right now, Senior's not going to help us or hinder us, so we're just going to let her be for as of right now. Now you got to kind of be careful. These areas are nice and clear right now, and I always make the mistake of putting stuff here and kind of blocking those off. Try not to do that. If you do that, it's just gonna not be very fun. Okay, I need one more piece of stone. Let's see if we can find more stone. There we go. A lot of stone right around here. This stuff will run out pretty quick, unfortunately. So there we go. Definitely have enough stone now. It's always good to keep a certain amount of stone around. Oh, I forgot how crummy the original furnace looks. Let's put it right here, right by the house. It should give me space to walk through. And I normally don't put it here. I normally put it down more to the south, but this I think is a good spot for it. And you can put fuel in it of sorts, and then you can start smelting stuff. I don't have any of that yet, so I'll kind of show you where you can find that later. Let's go ahead and get a couple of other things. I really want these. Let's get them. And we're really going to need them too. We need both. That's 30. Okay. Green, by the way, is the easiest, by far, the easiest stuff to get, so you don't even have to worry about it right now. He may always seem a little short, and you'll always seem a little short of everything to open up stuff, but at the end of the game, you'll have 4 to 5 times as much. Bread is just absolutely necessary because so many things take bread. If you don't have bread, you just don't get what you want. Why can't I cut down this tree? Not that other big one. Out of energy. Okay. So I got a decent stockpile of wood. Put this away. And go to bed. So we can go talk to the merchant today. Although it's not really necessary. He will eventually become our major gifter of gold until we get the money lender guy opened up. Oh, he works back. He's much happier, but he's still sad. So a bunch of ghosts live. He's telling us how to make things better. To be honest though, what he says here, it's really hard to follow. And if you don't get it, that's fine. But this is decent. You can't really, if you have red, it's just negative points in your graveyard. You don't want red. And we'll work to get that stuff out of our graveyard. And we'll probably be able to get most of it out over time. It's not going to be easy though. But we can build on white skulls. And I think the highest you can get is 26. So we'll try to be working towards that. Anyway, let's go. Let's see, first day. Let's to make a bunch of stuff. We have our furnace up. Let's go find some. Check our tools before you do anything, because your tools are vital, and it's so annoying when you go all the way somewhere and your tools are just breaking. So this is the #1 place that you'll be getting iron ore. It's a decent stockpile worth of iron ore. If you notice right over there, that's an old house dead of someone who used to live on top of the hill. Before you'll find out what's called the Great Blast. This is a place you just can't go. You can't go that direction. There are other places that you can go through rock walls. You just gotta break them down first. But right now, that one is closed off to us. The thing I like about getting iron ore, though, is as you smelt iron ore, it has a really good tendency to give you a lot of red. And you're going to need so much red. And I'm just going to kind of show you. So right now, red's really like spending 10s or things. But if you look here, 150, 250, 300s. Absolutely ridiculous. And like, yeah, we don't have writing yet. But if you notice, we got a bunch of reds. Green's pretty heavy in the farming and agriculture. But this one, reds, like 100s, 300s, 150s. Like, you're going to have to spend so much red. Which is why it's great that it's the #1 thing that we get. Anyway, let's get a little bit more iron. Guess we'll just get all the iron in this place. My pickaxe normally breaks because I've always been overusing it. So it's nice to actually just go and get all the iron all at once. I do need to start making wood. I need a chopping block for sure. Can I just build one? Technology. Firewood irons. Some chopping spot. Materials for it, so we're going to need some wood billets. I think that's how you say it anyway. I'm dyslexic, so if it doesn't work, it doesn't work. So there we go. Got those. Let's build it up. Well, let's set it this way. It doesn't really rotate nicely. Stick it right here. Okay. Let's chop one of these. Firewood. We're going to need a lot of wood wedges towards the end of the game, but by the time that we're there, we can just have one of our workers build it, and I'll tell you about workers much later in the game. Oh, I missed the merchant. It's not like it's a big deal though, but should have shown it to you at least. Okay, so we're going to cook up some iron. We're out of energy. We're going to go to bed. And I think that's what we're going to call it for today. There's a basic introduction to this, basically getting the early game down, collecting materials, getting stuff ready. We're about to see Snake's Day, but as far as Snake is concerned, we won't even be able to see him for quite a while. Down below, it's all, maybe I can show you. Cut this stuff out too over here. But down below, it's all clogged up down here, and it is really expensive. We can't even build this stuff yet, these wood planks, and it's going to take a lot of energy to break through there. Anyway, as far as things are concerned, I think that's going to round us out to a good half hour, so I think we're going to call it there, and try to put another one up tomorrow. Hope that you guys have a good day, and see you then.